Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's History World with none other than Goober the Traveling Bear. And we're once again at Fort Nonsense Historical Park in Mathews County, Virginia. And the reason we're here today is to check out all the Civil War trail signs for our Civil War Trails program that we've been doing. Goober says there's over 10 signs here. Let's check out Fort Nonsense, and all their historical signs have been put up by Civil War Trails. Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's History World with Goober the Traveling Bear. Well, we are in Mathews, Virginia, Gloucester, Virginia. Both counties sort of parallel here. And we are at a historic site called Fort Nonsense. And it's a Civil War trail sign. Now, I've done a video of Fort Nonsense in the past, but we have not done a Civil War Trails video. So we want to highlight the many Civil War trail signs that are here. Stewart's Mill, North End Mill Fortification. So Fort Nonsense sits right on the border of Gloucester County, Virginia, and Mathews, Virginia. And I have to say, Civil War Trails has a lot of signage here, doesn't it, Goober? If you really need to visit Fort Nonsense, and there is a walking path. Let's take a few minutes to walk the walking path. Now, I have a in-depth video of Fort Nonsense with Josh Warliff and Goober, but let's do a quick one today on this December 14th, 2024 day. Well, I am amazed at the amount of signage that Civil War Trails has here at Fort Nonsense. In the background, you can see the high rise of the fort's walls and the trenches. Field fortifications, defensive earthwork signage. Now, I'm not reading all these signs. I'll be here a couple hours. Josh and I already did this in a previous video. What I'm trying to do in this video is bring out the Civil War Trail signs and how this video is helping to raise money so they can maintain and put up more Civil War Trail signs. All right, so how was Fort Nonsense built? Well, quite amazing the amount of work that was done with picks and shovels and backbreaking work. And of course, I'm sure they used enslaved labor too. Let's see if we can find another Fort Nonsense sign. I'd like to mention walking Fort Nonsense during the winter is totally different than when you're walking it in the summer. In the summer, you don't see the road, the cars, the traffic, and totally different. And we've come across Confederate units and leaders. Another Civil War Trail sign. Really amazing how many signs are here at Fort Nonsense. All right, let's walk up this way. And oh my gosh, Goober sees another sign. We'll pause the camera here till we get up to it. Well, here we are again, Fort Nonsense, the artillery position. Incredible. Goober says incredible. You really need to stop at Fort Nonsense if you're in Mathews, Gloucester, Virginia. The walking trails are beautiful. Fort Nonsense today consists of two sections of earthworks divided by a road trace. Archaeologists' evidence suggests that the fort's parapet extended across the present-day routes 3 and 14 to reach the existing natural obstacles. Northerly facing section is infantry redan. So, quite amazing. And from there to there, I'm going to say is 20 feet. So just think of 160 years worth of erosion. It was quite the fort. Now let's cross this bridge and look for more Civil War Trail signs. A very nice walking path Josh and I were on this. By the way, in the summertime, this had a lot of mosquitoes, so if you do come here during the summer, make sure you bring some mosquito stuff. What a beautiful morning to learn about history. Now, the entrance of Fort Nonsense has a 10-pounder parrot, and we'll get some video of that too. So here at the overlook, swinging the camera a little fast, apologize for that. Over the overlook, you can see how high this fort was. This reminds me of the battlefield at Kinston, North Carolina, Weiss Fork, where the entrenchments there are still pristine. All right, let's look for more Civil War trail signs. It's amazing, isn't it, Goober? We found another Civil War in Mathews County, Union African American Sailors. Just a wonderful signage here on the U.S. Navy's long-standing tradition of recruiting black sailors enabled several runaways from Mathews County to enlist aboard Potomac Flotilla and Northern Atlantic blockade squadrons. So, we got some pictures here. Really neat. This Civil War Trail sign really is in honor of our African American sailors that fought in the American Civil War for the Union. All right. Well, we're going to close this out with, we're going to go get the front of the Fort Nonsense entrance sign. Follow Goober. Well, here's the entrance of Fort Nonsense. It's at the Route 3 and 14, very hectic road, isn't it, Goober? And quite loud. All right. You really need to visit Fort Nonsense if you're in Gloucester, Mathews, Virginia. A lot to see here. What's there, 14? I'm going to have to recount 12 or 14 Civil War Trail signs in this area. Stay safe, be kind, and be courteous, and thank you for watching.